All right, we are back at Silver Dollar City, and today we're going to talk about things that have changed over the years. I used to work here. A lot has changed over the last couple of decades. Hey, this is John, and this is Ella. Ella, right? Yeah. Welcome to TPF, Trips, Places, and Fun. This is where we show you how to have fun and exciting, family-friendly adventures. And this is going to be a fun one. We decided to come on out to Silver Dollar City today. Jet's actually over here on the GoPro. And we're going to talk about things that have changed over the years. And so, for example, we're going to start right here in the parking lot. I used to work in the parking lot. It's kind of hot today, but it's not really. It's like 78 degrees. And I used to stand out here on this pavement when it was like 100 degrees. And I don't think that's changed. I think these guys are still out here working hard in the heat. But this parking lot has changed like crazy. I can't even begin to show you everything. That tunnel back there, if you can see that, that tunnel is brand new. I mean, over the last many years, but definitely new compared to when I worked here. And so that the parking is different. So much has changed here at Silver Dollar City for the better, of course. And so I thought we'd start right here in the parking lot. Also, I used to drive the green Trams. If anybody remembers those green Trams, leave a comment down below. In fact, leave a lot of comments whenever you think of something that has changed at Silver Dollar City. I'm going only based on memory and things that I'm going to remember as we walk around the park today. But I'm sure there's a lot that you all remember that is no longer here at Silver Dollar City. So what do you think, Ella? Is it time to get going?
Yes.
Let's do it! So speaking of parking, here's something that never was around back in the day, paid parking. And parking was always free. It's still free today, but now you can upgrade and get some pretty rockin' parking here at Silver Dollar City. So here's the tram. It used to be green, and I would have loved to have driven these things, but back in the day, I'd sit on the back and I would tell people about poisonous llamas in the woods. And I would also tell them that they moved Marvel Cave this year. And so it was always a lot of fun. And I don't know if I was supposed to do that here at Silver Dollar City, way off script, but I had a good time. And so sitting on the back, that was cool. But then driving, hot, super hot. In the winter, that was nice. But there's something else that changed. Back in the day, Silver Dollar City would close at the end of, what was it, October or September? They'd be done, it'd be over. Nowadays, there's Christmas season. That's new at Silver Dollar City. Yeah, Silver Dollar City never had buses like this back in the day. Look at that bus. That thing's awesome. And there's another bus over there trying to turn. All right, this is definitely different. The uniforms that they used to wear in the parking lot that I used to wear were brown polyester, very much like,
Y'all just left a little bit ago, didn't you?
What?
Just left a little bit ago.
Yeah, we're always in and out and back and forth and up and down and
In and out for everything, man.
that's right. I used to work here in the parking lot, and I'm doing we do travel videos, and I'm telling everybody what it used to be like when I was here. So we used to wear brown polyester uniforms.
That's hot.
Brutal. Yep, I missed the parking lot though, I'll tell you.
It's fun out here. If it wasn't fun, I'd leave.
That's right. Have a good day. So yeah, nice guy. Parking lot had a whole little culture all to itself. So this building right here used to be dark brown. My dad used to have his offices up there, so we'd be up in that building all the time. He was in the personnel department for 27 years and also with the Silver Dollar City Foundation. And it's nicely colored now. They have photographers here. They did not have that back in the day. How are you? Is it blooming? Is that time of year?
Yeah, that's the one that keeps coming back every year. Ain't it pretty?
Very nice.
Yeah.
Have a great day.
You too.
Thank you.
Okay.
Now that water wheel, that has been here forever. That sucker's going fast today. Look at that. I think that's faster than usual. That means time is speeding up.
I just want to go under that water. I'm so hot.
You're hot? Woo! Nope, they did not have the show lovers pass when I worked here. So that's another perk if you don't want to wait in line at the shows. That's especially good during Christmas time when it's crazy busy, right, Chet? Yep. All right, let's see what else was not here. The cave was here. There's the cave down there, except they moved it. It used to be another, they moved it from the other side of the park. Did you know that, Jet?
No. Okay.
All right, the lantern tour. It was not here when I was here. I've never done it either. I would like to try that out inside Marble Cave. So right up over here, we would have the rainmaker. And he'd have his own rainmaker cart, and have a show, and water would actually come spraying up out of that thing like it's raining. So remember the rainmaker. Main Street looks very much the same, but I'm sure there's differences. Let me know in the comments what you are seeing that is different. The Wilderness Church, my dad preached there every Sunday for years. I preached there twice. That's the same. All right, so right here, we're right next to the knife shop, and we used to actually shoot guns, real guns, and like the musket guns, is that what you call them? Where you got the ball bearing and you stuff it down and boom, and you'd hear these booms going on in the park all the time. And can't do that anymore here. No more guns, no more shooting the muskets here at Silver Dollar City. Those were good times. So the kids are going on Wildfire and maybe American Plunge. Here's something that was not here when I worked here: lockers. How'd you guys do? Yeah?
My teeth are cold.
Your teeth are cold?
Yeah, I was like this.
That'll do it. So this is another thing. These roller coasters weren't here when I was working here. All right, so you guys realize when I worked here that there were no roller coasters at all.
That seems horrible.
I know, I can't imagine. And so I think Wildfire was built in 2001 and Thunderation in 1993. And that was the first one, not including Fire in the Hole. Fire in the Hole's been here. But these are all new since I worked here. How weird is that?
That's not right.
It's okay, Ella. They're here now. All right, are we gonna go get drinks?
Yes.
So right up there, we've got the Opera House. And that was not here when I worked here. I guess I should tell you when I worked here. I was here like in the late 80s and maybe the early 90s, definitely the late 80s. And I graduated high school in 87, and so right around that time frame. And so I think the Opera House was built in 94. I could have that totally wrong. In fact, I'm gonna look at Mr. Google right here. Yeah, 1994. So that was not here when I worked here. And man, there's some epic productions that take place in the Opera House. All right, Ella, what did you just ride, you and Jet?
Powder keg.
You know, Powder Keg was not here when I worked here.
Okay, that is so sad.
No roller coasters were here when I worked here. It's crazy. Except Fire in the Hole, it's right behind us, and but it's closed for some reason right now, isn't it?
I think it might have broken.
All right, well, let's go onward that way. So the saloon has been here forever, but the shows have changed over the years. I love the saloon show, no matter what it is. But back in the day, I think it was Carrie Nation who was kind of the featured foe here in the saloon show. Love these shows. My absolute favorite shows. For whatever reason, I don't know why, the saloon show at Silver Dollar City. All right, so there's a ride right there, Tom and Huck's, where you get super wet. That was not here. The River Blast was not here when I worked here. This pizza place was not here when I worked here. And this whole section back here, back to the Barn Swing and Outlaw Run, not here when I worked here. Kids are begging me to go eat pizza, and I am working up on my saying no skills, and I'm doing really good. Nope, 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 nope. No, 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 no pizza for you. No, no, no. No, 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 no.
Yes.
So here behind me we have the Barn Swing. Definitely wasn't here when I worked here. Way down that direction, you got Outlaw Run, amazing roller coaster, definitely not here when I worked here. And then over in this area, the Lost River of the Ozarks used to be there. They're tearing that all down, building a new ride, but this isn't the way that I accessed it. We had accessed it kind of down around the corner, but my all-time favorite ride ever at Silver Dollar City, Rube Dugan's Diving Bell. Now that wasn't here when I worked here. It was there when my dad worked there and we lived in the area. So anyway, Rube Dugan's Diving Bell, you gotta look that up. Epic, amazing, phenomenal ride. I am so sad that they took that thing out. I wish they would bring it back in a new form. It was an amazing ride, but anyway, so that was right over there as well. So that's something else that is no longer here at Silver Dollar City. Very sad. All right, so looking at this map, it's just totally crazy to think about what was not here years ago. And I'm gonna keep walking around the park, but since I'm looking at this map, this whole area, all of this, all of that was not here. None of the roller coasters were here. This whole area that we're getting close to walking into up here, Fireman's Landing. As far as I can remember, I know Fireman's Landing itself wasn't there. But I don't think anything was there way back in the day. And then over here, this whole Grand Exposition area, that wasn't there. And then of course you got, the Time Traveler and these other roller coasters not there. And so basically, if I remember correctly, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but let's see, I'm tracing where, let's see, basically this, and then American Plunge and down here. So that was it. That was all of Silver Dollar City. Kind of crazy. So behind me, we've got the Playhouse. So that's been here for a long time. It was here when I worked here, but I'm remembering one of the productions called Hatfield's Haint. Anyone remember that? I loved that. It was one of my all-time favorite shows there. What other shows do you remember from way back in the day? There were some others that I loved. There was one, boy, I just wish I could remember. It's just my memory's going. I turn 50 next week, so my memory's just, but I remember that one. That was a great, great show and just took place right in there. So here we have Fireman's Landing, and yeah, this wasn't here way back in the day. Now before Fireman's Landing, there was another kind of kids area, play area here, but before that, I don't think there was anything beyond where I'm standing right now. So when I worked here back in the late 80s, I just think this was the end of the road right here where I'm standing. Let me know if I'm forgetting something. And but as far as I can tell, that was it. The train, by the way, is iconic. It's been here for a long time, right, Ted? There it comes. It's coming up this way. Now, right up here, as we watch the train go by in the background, this used to be the Wilderness Water Boggin. You can see this structure right up here. The train's going right underneath it. There he is. But this right here, that was the Wilderness Water Boggin. You would climb all the way to the top. They would weigh you. And then there was this flume, like a water slide, that would go way out this direction. And in fact, the end of the water boggin landed over here at Fireman's Landing somewhere. And interesting note, way back when they were still designing and developing this, I got to ride the prototype that was built in the parking lot at Silver Dollar City. So that was a whole lot of fun. Long time ago. Now it's just a structure that sits there and nothing's happening. But right over here, by the way, talking about old and new things, I believe this is the new path that they're building for the new October harvest pumpkin season that's coming. It's the first time they've ever done that. And so I guess there's gonna be something going on way out there in the distance. So they keep finding new ways to expand the park. All right, this whole section here next to Echo Hollow Amphitheater, which we'll talk about in a minute. Echo Hollow is down there on the right. But this whole section here is new in relation to the time that I worked here. And so you got the Red Gold Heritage Hall right up here. That's where you're going to see some great shows. Right now they've got the bluegrass and barbecue going on, so you can go in there and eat barbecue and listen to bluegrass music. Christmas time, It's a Wonderful Life is in there. So that's new. And then we're not gonna go deep into it, but back down around the corner, you're going to see the Grand Exposition, I get my words right, the Grand Exposition. And I'll let you peek around the corner real quick here, but this is all new. This is a big giant area with mostly kids rides. And those of you that remember, this came from Celebration City, the park, the whole entire park that's no longer with us. So around this corner, there's a bunch of different rides. This whole section was not here when I worked here. Grand Exposition. Woohoo! Yeah, this wasn't here. This is brand new this year, actually. And oh, by the way, I'm not going to even begin to mention all of the food stands and smaller, little places to eat and tiny attractions and things like that. There's a lot of that wasn't here many, many years ago, but too many to even consider. I can't remember when the culinary craft school came around. Let's see, there's a plaque on the wall. I wonder if the plaque tells us. I think it was added, based on what that sign's telling us, when the Grand Exposition was added. So this is Echo Hollow. Now, Echo Hollow was here when I worked here, but the show was very, very different. Now it's all sorts of different things, and they just completely redid the stage, and looks great. But back in the day, when it first opened, it was a dinner theater, and I loved it. It was they'd bring dinner to your seat, and it was a fun kind of an Americana patriotic show, and so I enjoyed that. And then also kind of a fun fact about when I worked here, I worked in the parking lot as I let you know, and after the park closed, we would just kind of take a break and we would chill out for 2 hours, and then all of the people from the show would come out and we would take them to their cars on the tram, and then we'd park the trams and go home ourselves. So those days I would work very often from 7:30 in the morning until 11:30 at night. And I was young and I would work all the time. And then sometimes I actually, one season I had a job at a mini golf course. So I'd work at 7:30 in the morning in the parking lot. I'd get off around 4:30, and then I'd be at the mini golf course at 5:30. And I would work until about 1 a.m., go home and do it all over again. And so if you live in Branson and you're working in Branson, it's a lot of fun. It's a fun place to work, but you're gonna work hard if you wanna bring in the money. Work hard and long hours, but those were some great memories. But a lot has changed over the years here at Silver Dollar City. Yeah, so as I've been saying, Time Traveler, Thunderation, every roller coaster except Fire in the Hole, not here when I worked at Silver Dollar City. Right now the kids are on Time Traveler. All right, so something that's different park-wide since I worked here is that a lot of the rules have been relaxed, I think, regarding employees and what can be on park. For example, you could never have a wristwatch. You could never have a cell phone. You had to get a pocket watch, because that would be 1880s. It would exist in that time frame. They wouldn't have modern music. So down at Echo Hollow nowadays, they have modern music all the time. I think the only exception would be Young Christians Weekend. If they had it back then, I think they did. And so they would bring in a lot of the Christian bands. But other than that, anywhere you go on the park had to be authentically 1880s. And you can see around park a lot of that has changed. I don't think it's changed for the worse. I think it's good, and I think a lot of the amenities and the different things that make it a little bit better of an experience, they've added that into the park. In fact, there's charging stations for your cell phones here now, and things like that. But yeah, I just remember back in the day, you know, you can never be seen on a cell phone. I don't know what the rules are nowadays. That might still be the case. But yeah, pretty much anything. Your uniform had to be absolutely authentic. And I think a lot of that still probably is the case. But you know, if you're here, you'll notice some things that you think to yourself, I don't think that would have been allowed maybe 20, 30 years ago. And so, yeah, so I think that's kind of interesting. But yeah, things just continually change, don't they? They change. So I remember Shad Heller, the original, I don't know if he's original, but he was the man. He was the mayor of Silver Dollar City, and he was the blacksmith here and was here for a long, long time. All right, so that kind of ends this day at Silver Dollar City. What did I miss? Tell me, because I know a bunch of you have been around Silver Dollar City even longer than I have. You know, I've been here a long time, since the 80s. My dad, you know, like I said, he worked here for a long time. My sister currently works here. So, man, we've got some SDC history, and we love that. It's our favorite place to come. We love it here. But what did I miss? What other changes do you remember? So let me know in the comments below. And hey, it would be amazing if you would give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and ding that bell, and that way you can be notified every time new videos are uploaded. And I'll tell you what, we're having so much fun meeting new friends here, people that have been watching the videos, and they come up and shake our hands and I love that. We love meeting people that are watching these videos, and it's helping them, and so that's encouraging. And so we're gonna keep doing this, and we're having a blast doing that. So if you are ever out here at Silver Dollar City or in Branson or anywhere else that we are, definitely come up and say hi. We would love to meet you. All right, so that's it, and we're gonna head on out of here. Man, it's so beautiful here today. An amazing, amazing Sunday afternoon at Silver Dollar City. Oh yeah, and here's something that definitely wasn't here when I worked at Silver Dollar City. Escape Code, our business, and the rack card rack, and the X game. Wow, so much has changed over the last many, many years. Let's go to the parking lot. And oh, by the way, for us, it's best to walk to the parking lot. And we have our spot that we always grab in the closest parking lot, just beyond the preferred or the paid parking. And so just a little tip. Say bye, guys.
Bye. Safe travels, everyone.